know, there are so many people out there who moan about how, you know, they got scammed with crypto, or how they've lost money with crypto, how crypto's bad, crypto's this, crypto's that. So many people out there, right? And it's annoying. It's very, very annoying. No, crypto doesn't scam you. Crypto hasn't got arms and legs or a mind to do whatever it wants. Crypto doesn't do that. People scam you, right? And when the scammer comes along and scams you, it's you who are illogical, right? Who lose complete, you know, logic and sense, right? From greed, and end up losing money. So stop blaming crypto for, you know, the reason like, oh, I've lost money, or I got scammed with crypto. No, you never got scammed with crypto. You got scammed by a person who wanted your crypto. That's how you got scammed, right? You got scammed because you got greedy. That's how you got scammed. All right, so got to understand this. Crypto doesn't do it. It hasn't got arms, legs, and a brain. None of that business, right? Crypto's not a freaking AI, right? So let's not talk about this. So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about scams, right? Massive scams, right? Global scams. And it will make total sense, right? You know, how some of these scams have evolved, right? From back in the days where it would be simple casino scams, right? And they do exist still right now, right? Because people just don't understand. Any casino on the planet is made to make money, full stop, right? A certain percentage of people must lose money for the others to win. That's how it works, right? A simple slot machine, you know, everybody puts money in, slot machine keeps on building, and it gives it to one person, but it never gives all the money to that one person. There's a limit to how much it would give, because of course the slot machine operator also needs to make money, right? So please do understand, there are so many different types of scams, and especially when it comes to crypto scams, they're not scams, they're people who want your crypto. So if you don't have the ability to control your emotions, don't have the ability of having simple logic, right, and holding on to your precious crypto, then you don't deserve it. You do not deserve that crypto. I know it's harsh, that's the reality, right? So I want to talk a little bit about it. Let me just park up and then I'll continue. Give me a sec. So I want to talk a little bit about scams, right? There's a lot of scams going on. So it's been brought to my attention in the past few months, actually. A few people have come along, talked to me and said, Sham, look, we've had a bit of an issue, we got scammed this way. Is there any way of recovering my funds? There are some scams that you can recover your funds. For example, if you sent the money from the exchange, you can report it to the exchange. They can usually trace it, track it, do whatever. But let's put it this way, 9 out of 10 times, they will not be able to recover any funds. Of course, scammers operate on multiple levels. The really smart ones know exactly how to exit any money they've taken from scams. And stable coins play a big part in this. Stable coins are one of the hardest to track. The reason is they have the mint and burn mechanism. So if you say I need XYZ amount of US dollars or USDT, for example, they mint it for you if it's not available anywhere. And if you then go and say, well, I want to get rid of it and I want to cash out, then they burn it. So when that happens, that kind of kills off the transaction. But that's like the deep level. I don't want to go too far into this. Of course, there are other basic methods to do it as well. So like network jumping, when you jump off one network to another, you can disconnect the trail and say, right, that's it. So you can have a burner wallet, have whatever coins coming into this and go. So there's a few scams out there. These are the most elaborate ones I've seen, right? They're known as the employment scams, right? So where these companies come and recruiters come and they find you through social media, LinkedIn and whatnot, right? Especially LinkedIn and whatnot. And they find you and they'll come up to you and they'll be like, oh, we've got a job for you. You're going to be earning XYZ per day, per month, whatever, right? And you think it's an actual legitimate thing. And to start you off with, they'll even give you some actual USDT or something like this. They'll give it to you and say, right, just do this. And then Bob's your uncle, right? So when you start earning, you realize you're making money. Right, I won't go into the details of how these scams work, but I'll get to the point of how to avoid them, right? So they'll come in and they'll say like, you're going to earn money, and you're going to see some real money being earned there. right? So you're happy because this is money that you can touch. This is USDT that you can buy, sell, do whatever you want. So they play with your mentality, they play with your emotions, and they kind of push you, like the way the support works, right? They kind of push you, and this is all the same scammers, they're all together. They'll push you on buying more. So it's like a well-greased scam that they've been operating for some time, and they'll operate under multiple different names. They have multiple different groups on Facebook, on Twitter, or Twitter I haven't seen yet, but there is some on WhatsApp and whatnot, and they'll play with you so much, it's unbelievable, right? Their ultimate goal is to make money off you. And if they can kind of bait you into this, right? So they'll give you a bait, right? Whatever money they're giving you, $100, $500 they give to you for working for them, right? That's just to get you in, because what happens then is as soon as they've got you comfortable enough with you, they're going to start flipping the table and say, well, now actually you've got to pay to earn. Now, understand this. There is no job on this planet where you pay to earn, right? If it's your own business or something, that's a different story, right? That's a loss that you make right in the beginning. But when you're working for a company at your own leisure, right? You know, they say you work at your own pace, your own hours and XYZ. You going there and you're earning money, you shouldn't be paying. So the warning here is to avoid scams, right? Or to avoid getting scammed. Please, please, please understand this, right? Unless you're buying a physical product on a store or something, or you've ordered something, right? So unless you're buying something and you're getting something in return, right? You should never, ever give your money to any of these things. And especially when they say you're getting employed by them. If you're employed by them, they pay you. You don't pay a penny. Full stop, right? There is no expenses for you unless you're traveling to there. And if you're doing it online, there's no travel involved. So you should not be spending any money to earn. That's a scam, blatant scam, right? They're going to lure you in, they're going to get you in there, and then as soon as they've got you, they're going to take a lot of money off you. That's what's happened to a few people. In fact, I've seen 3 people so far, exact same scam. 2 of the people had the same company name. A third person last night had a different company name, but they didn't mention the company name to me. Obvious reasons, they had some other people there. I just felt sorry for them. I think he lost about 6 grand or 9 grand, something like this, right? He's a student, and I was like, right, just understand where it is. So I tried to kind of calm him down and explain, look, you know, situation is that you've done something, you made a mistake, right? It happens. But they kind of lured you in because you thought you're earning that, and that's how they operate. They get you to a level and they'll give it to you. So you're like, oh, this is easy, right? And it's that easiness, it's that simplicity that makes you compliant, right? And then you become their fool, and they'll play with you however they want. So all I'm going to say is, look, anybody wants you to pay them for joining a multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing or whatever. They want you to pay in crypto, especially, right? In crypto, they want you to pay to join. That's a scam. Full stop. Doesn't matter what it is, right? Whether it's an MLM, whether it's an affiliate marketing, whether it's a freaking job, apparently, right? Because that's what's happening right now. So remember this, please, guys, and please share this message to everybody. There's nothing like that, right? Now, of course, there are other types of scams that we can talk about, but that doesn't make much of a difference. Like there are, you know, a lot of these new fresh token scams and this and that. They're all there. You can avoid them if you want to. Those are high risk. Most people only put in $50, $100, or whatever, that I know, actually, right? Unless you're a complete fool and you put $1 million in, then you're screwed. But most people don't get burnt like this. But these new scams that are going on, which are, there's a real people with real phone numbers. They come after you. They're real groups, right? They'll sit there and there'll be 20, 30 people in a group. So you're seeing this as a legit, they will act as if they don't know each other. Believe me, everyone in that group is part of the scam, right? You're the only person who's not part of the scam. So that's the way these things work. And I've seen a few, I've kind of tracked a few. And one thing I've noticed is they always give you a fresh wallet address to send the funds to. And then as soon as you send the funds to that fresh wallet address, they end up wiping that wallet clean and vanishing, right? And the way they do it is pretty simple, because what they're doing is they're using the whatever network they're using, right? So they use one network to get the USDT, and then as soon as they bridge it over to another network, it kind of kills the connection because it's not on the same blockchain anymore, so you can't track it anymore. So up to a certain level, you can track one blockchain, but when it moves up to another blockchain, it's a whole different transaction. It moves up to a whole different wallet, right? That's where the connection breaks, because they're not sending it from one wallet to another. So this is a bit of a flaw that we have. And unfortunately, this is a way that a lot of people trade. And of course, there are mixers out there as well. And yeah, people are mixing. Even a simple pool, for example, if you go and provide liquidity into a pool, right? That money is being traded, bought, sold, whatever. Eventually, when you want to exit, you're not getting the same coins back, right? Or the same tokens back. That's what you have to understand. So even there's a bit of an ease of like kind of staying anonymous and take, you know, I mean, that's what it is, right? So I wanted to just kind of warn everybody, the guys, beware, please understand that, you know, when you have companies, institutions, organizations, whatever, coming and asking you for your crypto, that's only because they want your crypto. That's all it is. They want your crypto. Of course, as I said, projects are different. When new projects are launching, high risk, high volatility, and massive 99.9% risk of actually like scamming you, rug pulling you, right? That happens. That's you know, it will exist as long as there's some form of money available, something to make, there's something to gain, that will exist. But what I'm saying is, don't fall for these ones, which are so elaborate that they make you think something. They make you think that, oh, you're going to make 10% a day profit. No, money doesn't grow on tree. You don't make 10% a day, right? There'll be trading groups who are like, oh, you'll come and trade with us. Give us your funds. We'll trade it for you. No, unless you can vet the person, unless you met the person, unless you know the person, you don't hand over funds to anybody, right? There are people out there. This is another one as well. That's a common Facebook scam. They will say, look, if you give me your Bitcoin, will increase your balance. That's a common one, by the way. You see that all the time, right? They'll show you balances. So you got there and you see people are earning 5 grand, 6 grand, 7 grand. This is all them doing their thing, right? So you go in and they'll be like, right, just give us your wallet address, your private seed phrase, and we'll deal with it. So they'll top it up with like a $5, $10, whatever, right? So you've seen that coming. They'll be like, right, now do you want 1 BTC in there? They'll be like, yeah, I want 1 BTC. Well, let me work on it. I'll come back. They wipe your entire wallet and they're gone. So this also happens as well. So please understand how all of these scams work. Nobody wants to give you anything. There's nothing for free in this world, right? Everybody wants to take from you. So when you are employed, right, in this employment scam, remember, you are supposed to take from them, not give to them, right? So, you know, I hope other people don't fall for this trap. This is one of the reasons why I thought it would be important to make this kind of a message, so you can share it with people and so people can understand that there are so many scams out there. And please do not give your money to anybody for anything unless you're getting something in return. Right, that's the key here. Unless you're getting something in return, you don't. And if it's like, you know, obviously getting something in return, normally people will say, well, I'm getting employed. No, your employer is supposed to pay you, not the other way around. You do not send money to your employer, full stop. That doesn't work, right? That's not employment. It's more like you're giving money to them. So please understand. I mean, I've seen it all and I was like, wow, okay, this is on another league, right? This is on another level. So that's the type of scam that does exist. I mean, the other thing I wanted to talk about was paradexes, actually. So paradexes, I want to talk a little bit about paradexes. I've sent the paper out to 4 or 5 people. So the actual draft paper, or the V1 of the paper, it's a simple paper. I call it the freaking simple paper, right? It's there for people to see. So I have shared it with a bunch of people just to kind of go through, read it, see if there's any issues, anything that needs to be changed, any modifications that need to be done. I would appreciate if they can actually do it for me. So I've sent it to specific people. I've sent it to one community leader. I've sent it to a guy who works, you know, in the professional finance. He works there, traditional finance. He works there, accountancy and whatnot. I've even sent it to an accountant, basically. So I've sent it to multiple people, right? And when I'm talking about an accountant, I'm talking about one of the top 10 in the UK. Right, I've sent it to someone who's in one of the top 10 in the UK. When I'm talking about sending to a guy in the traditional finance, I'm talking about one of the top 5 banks in the world. Right, so I'm not messing around. And I've been fortunate enough to make these connections, so I've kind of sent it to them. You know, I've sent the paper to one of the top developers that I know. He's a top Ethereum developer. you know, he's got many projects under his belt. So I've given it to him and I said, have a read through, review it, let me know if there needs to be any changes. Of course, once all the changes and all the modifications that need to be done to stay legal and compliant and to make sure that we can actually give this coin away the way I want it, from that point onwards, I will publish an actual paper, you know, a PDF, whatever. I'll publish one, and it will explain everything pretty much. You know, your what the project is, what the mission is, what the goals are, the roadmaps, for example, tokenomics, for example, and everything, even including risks, right? What are the risks, you know, of the project, entire project? Will all be there, and yeah, so there's a lot of work left to do. But I think it will be very interesting. But remember, guys, this project is a mission, a vision, right? It's a mission and a vision, but it has no intention to take any money. So that's one of the most important thing. Remember that when the project launches, we have a ticker for it, so we're not disclosing it yet. It's a very unique ticker. When the project launches, remember one thing: we will never ask you for any money. So if anybody comes out with one of these project names similar to ours, claims to be us, literally copies and pastes everything of ours, and demands money of you for any reason, please avoid. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to add paradexes, because we are, you know, we might not go viral talking about it on YouTube or in the private communities, right? Because we've kept it under wraps. You know, it's not something that I've been going around talking about to everybody. There's a handful of people I speak to about it. You know, I don't discuss it in public. I don't say anything, you know, but when the time is right, of course, we're going to market it. You know what I mean? We're going to market it. We haven't gone to VCs or anything like this, angel investors, none of that businesses, right? We've kept it all under wraps. We said, right, no, you know, if people want to come in and provide liquidity, you know, off their own bat, but without any anything in return, then yeah, we will do that, right? But we've obviously got a reward system. We're like, okay, we're going to reward you later, but we're just not going to do it right away. So there are methodologies involved, right? You know, even terminology, how we say things, what we say and what we mean, right? You know, there are those there. So, but that's all there to protect everybody and make sure that we can actually deploy the free coins that we want. And it should be very interesting. I was doing some maths yesterday with someone actually, and it was quite fascinating. I was like, imagine there's like 7.5–8 billion people on this planet. It was like, yeah. I was like, but we only have 21 million coins. It was like, yeah. I was like, but only 30% of that coin will be given away for free. It was like, yeah, but what about the other 70? I said, the other 70% is actually locked. I was like, what do you mean? I said, it's locked. So there's this immediate scarcity that the coin creates. You know, why it's locked, how long it's locked, those are other reasons. Again, it's once the white paper is, or the paper is launched. I don't even want to call it a white paper. I don't even know why we call it a white paper, but once it is launched, the paper is published, you will get to see more details, and I hope a lot of people would actually see the interest and see what this whole project is about. And I hope people understand that we are not getting any VC funding. We are not getting none of that funding. So we're not launching the project with $1 million or, you know, $100 million, or none of that business, right? This is a purely community focused project, created by real people, obviously myself, a few other people involved, but without the aim or the goal of actually taking anything from anybody. So that's one of the things. This project, a very specific percentage of this project has to go for free, and technically, because we are not charging any money to anybody, right, the entire 100% of the project should be going for free, right? There's as I said, technicalities and methodologies, right, involved, even for liquidity providers, even who are joining the liquidity generation event as well, right, where the price and the valuation will be created. Even there, right, technically they will be doing it for free, right? So, which is why I'm quite happy to say that it's going to be 100% for free. And then where it goes is a different story. But yeah, I'll definitely pick up on all of those things on the paper. But yeah, should be interesting. But other than that, guys, markets fairly good. I'm not seeing much. Market looks a little bit bloody, going on a bit of a sideline. We mentioned this after the 6th of like when the last candle closed, the weekly candle closed. We have to make a decision whether we want to go up or down, right? So anything is possible. Right now we're going sidelines. We need anything to happen, either go up, and if you're going to go up, we need to break the 31 in order to test the 37. If we go down, we're going to the 25. And also I've mentioned actually recently on a few videos ago, I think I mentioned it, or I think I mentioned it on Discord, I can't remember. I mentioned that, look, if you want to participate in the liquidity generation event, or if you want to participate in the paradexes original launch, right, the main launch, right, then get yourself some Ethereum together. You know, get yourself some Ethereum. The price is still low. Get yourself some Ethereum and just hodl, because I'll tell you exactly what needs to be done. And again, a lot of the strategical stuff that I am talking about, I'm happy to talk in our Discord group, openly, publicly, not an issue. I will be talking there. So if you do want to join the Discord, by all means, it should be in somewhere in the YouTube profile section, whatever. I can't be bothered to put it in the description, honestly. I've mentioned so many times before, I'm not here as an influencer. I don't come to YouTube to make money off people. I've only come here to help people. That's it. All right. So, you know, whatever, you take it as it is, right? There's nothing there for me. But other than that, I hope the video was informative. Please stay safe. Don't fall for these traps and these scams. There are some scams that you can genuinely avoid just by using a little bit of logic, right? Remember, you don't pay to be earning money from a company, never, right? So please understand this. Other than that, I hope this video was helpful, and I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.